I would like to solve a couple of algebraic, a couple of equations where the one part of equation is algebraic fraction and the other part is zero. So here is example. X squared plus 4x minus 21 over x squared minus x minus 3 is equal 0. Okay, so since we have it fraction, we have to make sure that denominator is never 0, right? Because we cannot divide by 0, correct? Which means we have to put here x squared minus x minus 3 cannot be equal 0. All right, so the only choice we have to solve the numerator, right? That is equal for 0. Okay, let's solve it. So we have x squared plus 4x minus 21 is equal to 0. So let's check a discriminant. Discriminant is that is equal b squared minus 4ac, right? And we have here ax squared plus bx plus c, so which is gonna be equal b squared, it's gonna be 4 squared minus 4 times 1, a is 1 and c is negative 21. So where discriminant is equal 16 plus, how much is it, 84, right? It's going to be equal 100, which is greater than 0. So we have two solutions. So if you solve it, you will get, if you solve based on formula, x12 is equal negative b plus minus square root d over 2a, and we will get x1 is equal 3. I'm not going to take your time and solve it here again because I solved in the previous video. I will mark down that video part 1. This will be part 2, so you can easily find where I solve step by step quadratic equation using discriminant. So x1 is 3, x2 is negative 7. So how we gonna figure out if this solution 3 and negative 7 satisfies to this equation? So there are two choices. One, you can factor it, the denominator, and solve it, and this way we will find out what x cannot be. The other way, which I like that way better, just plug these answers to denominator and see you get 0 or not. And we don't need to even solve it. As long as it's not 0, that's all does matter. So, plugging to denominator, where we have x squared minus x minus 3 is equal 9 minus 3 minus 3. This is for x1 is equal 3, right? It's and this is equal 3, which is not 0. And for the second one, x2 is equal negative 7. And for x squared minus x minus 3, it's going to be equal 49 plus 7 minus 3, and we are getting 53. That is not equal 0, which means these both solutions are satisfying to this algebraic fractional equation. All right, so next one, and there is no other solution to this equation. Okay, next equation, we have x squared minus x minus 2 over x cubed minus 2x squared minus 3x, and that is equal 0. yet again. So a denominator cannot be equal 0, right? And you have again choice to solve it, which is going to be a longer solution, or just solve the numerator and plug the answer in denominator and see if it becomes 0 or not. That's the easiest way, I would say. So let's solve the numerator. X squared minus x minus 2 is equal 0. So if I solve it, it's going to be x minus 2 times x plus 1 is equal 0, and x1 is equal 2, x2 is equal negative 1. So let's plug into denominator that is equal 0. So for x is equal 2, we are getting x cubed minus 2x squared minus 3x, okay, is equal 2 to power 3 minus 2 times 2 to power 2 minus 3 times 2 is equal negative 6, which is not equal 0. We can put here check mark because it's going to be taken as an answer. And the other solution, x is equal negative 1. So x cubed minus 2x squared minus 3x is equal negative 1 cubed minus twice negative 1 squared minus 3 times negative 1 is equal 0. So what does that mean? That means that x is equal negative 1 is not gonna work, right? So this one is not gonna be as a solution because negative 1 is turning denominator to 0. So the only answer we have is gonna be x is equal 2. So it will be only one solution. Okay? Solving one more. It's going to be 2x minus 3 over 4x to 4 plus 4x cubed minus 15x squared plus 2x minus 3. And this is equal 0. All right, let's solve first numerator. 2x minus 3 is equal 0. And x is equal 3 over 2, right? Hence, x is equal 3 over 2. All right. So let's plug this 3 over 2 into denominator, where we have, actually, and now we can plug into denominator. For x is equal 3 over 2, we are getting 4x to 4 plus 4x cubed minus 15x squared plus 2x minus 3. And this is equal 4 times 3 over 2 to power 4 plus 4 times 3 over 2 to power 3 minus 15 times 3 over 2 to power 2 and plus, moving over, twice times 3 over 2 and minus 3. And if you solve it, you will see it will become 0. So the only answer we got, 3 over 2, does not satisfy our denominator, which means it doesn't have solution. So the answer is no solution. Okay. And let's solve I think it's the last one. Yes. So we have x squared plus x plus 1 over x minus 3 is equal 0. All right, let's solve numerator. X squared plus x plus 1 is equal 0. So numerator itself doesn't have solution because we have along the positive, even if x would be negative, this is going to be positive. This is going to be x squared, just x itself, even if x negative, it's never going to be equal x squared minus 1. So therefore, this equation doesn't have solution, no solution for this one. And which means we don't even have to plug anything anywhere, right? Okay, that's all. Those are interesting equations that it's not difficult to solve, but they can be a little bit tricky. Let's say in this one where we have long equation, some people might would jump and solve at what value of x it won't be will be 0, while you can easily solve 2x minus 3 and then plug and get the result. Anyway, thank you for watching, and I'll see you again.